Hello everyone, myself Heli Mehta working as an assistant professor in computer engineering department at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Our unit is 4, that is network layer. Today our topic is IP addressing. So IP addressing, it is 32-bit identifier for host router interface. Okay. So this is the, remember this is the 32-bit address interface. It is a connection between host router and physical link. Okay. So between host and router and we have a interface. Routers typically have multiple interface. A host typically has one or two interface. So remember this, it is a connection between host or router. Okay, so router has a multiple interface and host have a one or two interface. There is an IP address associated with each interface. Okay, so there is a IP address associated with each interface. So each interface have a IP address. Next is subnet. To determine the subnets, detach the each interface from its host or router, creating island of isolated networks with interface terminating the endpoints of the isolated networks. Each of these isolated network is called the subnet that I have explained next. Okay, so subnet part, higher order bit define subnet. Host part, lower order bit define host. Remember this, higher order bit define the subnets and lower order bit define the host. Okay, so that is the subnet part and host part. See here we have a internet classes. Okay, so we have a class A, class B, class C, class D and class E. Okay, so here we have a 4 bytes. Okay, or we can say 32 bits. Okay, so for that we have a, for class A we have a first byte is a net ID and remaining part is a host ID. It is clearly seen in the diagram. Okay, so for class A, okay, here we have a net ID or network ID and remaining are the host ID for class A. Okay, so for class A this 0 is compulsory. Okay, so 0 to 8 bit are the network ID and remaining are the host ID, that is 24 bits. Okay, next is class B. Okay, 2 bytes are net ID and remaining are the host ID. Okay, so here we have a 10. Okay, and these are the network ID and remaining part is known as the host ID. For class C we have a 3 bytes, okay, of net ID and remaining 1 byte is of host ID. Okay, so for class C we have a 110 compulsory. Okay, this is the net ID and that is the host ID. For class D we have a multi-class address. Okay, so for class D we have a 1110, that is multi-class group address. Okay, and for class E we have a reserve. Okay, and remember this, for this we have a 1111. Okay, so these are the reserve. So remember this, for class A byte 1 is net ID, remaining are the host ID. For class B 2 bytes are net ID, remaining 2 bytes are host ID. For class C 3 bytes are net ID and last byte is host ID. For class D that are multi-class address and for class E it is reserve. Okay, and also remember that for class A we have a 0, for class B we have a 10, for class C we have a 110, for class D we have a 1110 and for class E we have a 411111. So remember this diagram properly. Okay, so classes range. Okay, so for IP address we have a some range. Okay, so we have a class A, class B, class C, class D and class E that I have explained over here. So remember this, for class A we have a 0 to 127 range for first byte. Okay, 0 to 127. For class B 128 to 191. For class C 192 to 223. For class D we have a 224 to 239 and for class E we have a 240 to 255. So remember this diagram properly. Okay, class A 0 to 127, class B 128 to 191, class C 192 to 223, class D 224 to 239 and class E 240 to 255. So remember this. Okay, that I have explained. Okay, class A, for class A we have a 0, for class B we have a 10, for class C we have a 110, for class D we have a 1110 and for class E we have a 1111, that I have explained over here. Okay, so for starting, okay, we have a 0 to 127, so we can write that 0000 to 127, that 000 to 255, that concept I will explain later. Okay, so remember this leftmost bit 0, 10, 110, 1110 and 1111. So remember this according to this diagram. Okay, and this range, class A 0 to 127, class B 128 to 191, class C 192 to 223, class D 224 to 239 and for class E 240 to 255. So remember this. Okay, so this is the network. Here every device have a IP address. Okay, so we have a classification of IP address, that is classification of IP address, classful addressing, or second is classless addressing system or classless interdomain routing. So remember this, classful addressing and classless addressing. So first is classful addressing, introduced in 1981. With classful routing, IPv4 addresses were divided into 5 classes, that is A to E, that I have explained in the first diagram. Okay, so for class A to C we have a unicast address. Okay, and for class D we have a multi-class address, and for class E we have a reserved for future use. Okay, so that I have explained in the earlier, that is this portion. Okay, so this is same. For class A we have a 0 fix, then we have a 7-bit net ID, and remaining 24-bit are host ID. Okay, that is over here. Okay, so for class B we have a 10 fix, 14-bit of network ID and 16-bit of host ID. For class C we have a 110 fix, 21-bit of network ID and 8-bit of host ID. For class D we have a 1110. Okay, remaining are the multi-class addressing. For class C we have a 1111 fix. Okay, and these are the reserved address. Okay, so remember this diagram. See here, for class A, in a class A address the first bit of the first octant is always 0. Okay, this is always 0. Thus, class A address range from 0000 to 127, 255, 255 to 255. Okay, the first 8-bit or the first octant denotes the network portion, and the rest 24-bit or the 3 octants belongs to this portion, host portion. Okay, so that I have explained here. 0 is compulsory fix, 7-bit of net ID, so network ID, and 24-bit of host ID. Okay, we can write this 0000 to 127, 255.255.255. It is the range here I have explained, 0 to 127 for class A. Okay, like this for class B we have a 10 fix. Okay, remaining 14-bit of network ID and 16-bit of host ID, that I have explained, and we can write the range from 128.000 to 191, 255, 255, 255. This is the range, 128 to 191. Okay, now next is class C. For class C we have a 110 fix. Okay, 110 fix, and we have a range 192 to 223, that I have explained here, 192 to 223. Okay, for class D we have a 1110, that I have explained, 1100, and this portion is a multi-class address. Okay, the class D range is from 224 to 239. Okay, and for class E it is the reserved address. Okay, for that we have a 1111 for starting fix. Okay, and class E address range from 240 to 255. Okay, so this is the classful addressing. Next is classless addressing. In classless addressing, variable length blocks are assigned that belongs to no class. Okay, they are assigned and they have a no class, and they are assigned according to variable length. Okay, so blocks of different size. See here we have a blocks of different size. So in classless addressing, variable length blocks, so different size block are assigned. Okay, in this the entire address space is divided into blocks of different size. So this is whole is a address space, and this address space is divided into different size blocks. Okay, and organization is granted a block suitable for this purpose. Okay, they are providing according to their requirements. Okay, so this address space is divided into different size blocks. Okay, so this is a classless addressing. In classless addressing, when an entity small or large need to be connected to the internet, it is granted a block of address. The size of the block varies based on the nature and the size of the entity. Okay, so it is depends on the entity and their purpose. Okay, so some needs less, some need more. Okay, so according to that block, they are divided into different size of blocks. Okay. Restrictions. To simplify the handling of addresses, the internet authorities imposes 3 restrictions on the classless block. Okay, so there are 3 restrictions. First, the addresses in the block must be contiguous one after another. Okay, so they must be one after another. Their size is different, there is no problem, but they are continuous one after another. Okay, the number of the addresses in a block must be a power of 2. Okay, so it is the power of 2. The first address must be evenly divided by the number of addresses. Okay, So these are the two types of classification of IP address, that is classful addressing and classless addressing. Remaining this diagram properly, class A 0, remaining are the 7 bit of network ID and host ID. Class B 10, 14 bit of network ID and 16 bit of host ID. Class C 110, 21 bit of network ID and 8 bit of host ID. 1110, okay, that is fixed. So these are the multicast address, and 1111, that these are the reserved address. So this is the classful address. Remaining read it properly, okay. So this is the classful addressing, and classless addressing are the address space is divided into the blocks of different size, okay. Thank you.